talk about getting ready for a road game. Any difference in approach this week? Obviously, if you take a look at things, we've done pretty well at home, and the road's been a little more of a challenge, at least that game against Grand Rapids Catholic Central.
I don't know. I mean, we're not going that far, so
right.
Our schedule doesn't change that much. As a kids, we eat a team meal on Thursday night after practice, and then we eat a team meal together on Friday, the day of the game. We celebrate a mass together as a team, just the team and coaches every pregame. And for a home game, that's at 4. I guess we'll move that to 3:30 for the short road game. And we do a pregame walkthrough, and we'll do the pregame walkthrough in our gym before we get on the bus. So, not a lot changes, I guess. You got a different color jersey on, and sometimes you don't know exactly how the field is when you go over there. But other than that, it's still, it's cliched, but it's still 11 guys on 11 guys, and you just get on a bus and you get off the bus, and you're just two teams playing.
All right, off the topic of Fruitport for a little while. First, we'll start. Let's talk about Ian Tyler. You had mentioned to me right before he got some exciting news this week.
Yeah, Ian is in a situation where he's looking to play some college ball, and as I've mentioned before in the program, Ian is he's first in the class as a student, or he was going into this year. And again, when you're talking about a class that's highly competitive, a class at Muskegon Catholic that had the highest ACT scores in the whole county last year, the current senior class did, and one of the schools him and his father went out east because he's very interested in playing possibly in the Ivy League, and he's interested in playing at a school like possibly at Penn or Harvard, and another school that he looked closely at was at Columbia, and the Ivy League's a little different. It's Division I football, but they don't really offer scholarships based strictly on sports. The football program itself kind of sponsors kids, and they can sponsor so many kids that have certain grades, and then so many kids that have a little lesser grades, and so many down the road. They call them bands out there. And from my understanding, talking to Ian, that the football program is going to sponsor his admittance into the school, which is again, that's just kind of a as long as he gets into the university. And again, that's no small accomplishment, getting into a school like Columbia. I mean, you're talking about one of the finest institutions that the United States has, and that's just going to be an option that he has next year. So I know he's really excited. I know his family's real excited, and you just know getting an Ivy League degree for anybody, what kind of that sets you up and what kind of road that can take you down in life. So I mean, you also might get the chance to play a little football too. So. Ian's very excited about it. He hasn't exhausted his options yet, but he just feels good. And it's a kid that's worked so hard and put his time in, and his body developed as he's put the time in, and he's had a real nice senior year. So he couldn't be happier for someone like him.
Absolutely fantastic news for him and his family. Shift to another member, another defensive starter from your team. Jake Kimbrough is going to be joining me in just a little while up here. And talk a little bit about Jake and what he brings to the team this season. Yeah,
Jake starts for us, and he plays a kind of an outside linebacker type position. We were able to move him around. I think we have so many kids that are versatile in a lot of ways, and Jake's one of those kids. He's able to play on the strong side of the defensive linebacker. He's able to play on the weak side. Covers a lot of ground. He's a tall. I think Coach Rebecca the other day said you're pretty wiry. There's not, he's kind of a skinnier kid, but a muscular kid. He came out and ran track last year for me, and improved his speed, and just one of the kids that's been one of the nice, pleasant surprises. I think anytime that you're dealing with getting kids off the JV, you know exactly what you're getting with varsity kids and kind of where they're at, and. But anytime you get kids off the JV, you're just kind of guessing where they'd fit in, and you're hoping some of your predictions are right on where they'd fit in and how you think they can contribute for you. And Jake's just done a wonderful job, and he's worked very hard this summer. And you're very happy for a kid that the spot that he's playing probably could have gone to a couple other kids, but Jake just kind of stepped up and did the right things and worked hard and really earned that spot. And that spot playing the outside linebacker spot's his right now.
We'll have Jake coming up in the next segment, and then after that, we actually got an assistant coach of yours that's coming on. Talk a little bit about Scott Fedrosi.
Yeah, Scott Fedrosi is going to be on, and him and I actually played high school ball together at Muskegon Catholic, and he was 1 year older than myself, and I played quarterback, he played tight end, and we got to throw some passes. I threw some passes to him that he caught, and we were teammates, and then we've had a chance to coach together now for And I think he's been at Catholic for a little longer than I have, and he's a dedicated guy. I mean, this is a guy that's he's in the weight room 5 days a week, and he's in there, and he's a specimen himself as far as how strong he is, and he's a big guy that's in shape, and you talk about one of the great examples that you can have for your kids to be around. Somebody who coaches them, who has a great rapport with the kids, but then every single day he's in the weight room and he's helping those kids, and he really runs our off-season program as far as setting up the weights they should do, the repetitions, and what lifts they should be doing. He does a wonderful job with that, and he's basically our special teams coordinator. He kind of puts together our kickoff team, our kick receive team. He's in charge of all that, and just does a wonderful job. And again, he's every bit a part of the success that we've had this year, as any of us. And give him an opportunity to come on and talk about his experience at Catholic. It'd be great for him.
All right, we're excited to have him. We will have Jake Kimbrough coming up in 3 minutes. We'll be back with more of the Crusader Coaches Show after these messages on Country 93.1.